Pisces, how you doing, my loves? Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is for the rest of the month of March. Happy birthday, friends. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here and watching. We're going to start with Lenormand, and then we're going to go to Tarot. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to find the extended. And if you're interested in a private read, I will talk about that as well. Pisces, how is the birthday season going? Do you do a whole birthday month? I have a Capricorn friend. We did the whole birthday month for her. Do you do a whole birthday month? Or is it just the weekend? Tell me when your birthday is so I can say happy birthday. Let's find out what's going on here. Welcome if you're here. I hope you'll stay. And if you do stay, I hope you'll subscribe. And thank you for the thumbs up. It does grow this tribe. It's not a big deal to you, but it's huge for me. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's a general reading that is not only for just Pisces Sun. It's for all those other placements I mentioned. All right, look at that. We've got the ring. Tell me why we've got this here. We've got card number 29, which is the woman here. And we've got card number 42, which is the compass. It feels like someone is trying to think about what direction to go. What direction do I take this in? Do I even engage with this? Because this to me is marriage. It can be engagement. Maybe you're invited to an engagement party, possibly. You could be getting engaged, but it doesn't always mean that to me. As an energy reader, the energy is engagement. So it's like, do I even engage with taking this in a different direction? We could be talking about your workplace or your relationship. We could be talking about a friendship. Do I even engage with it? And we've got card 42, which is a 6. That's reciprocal energy to me. Do I even engage in the reciprocal energy? We have someone here who is waiting to either make conversation or receive conversation. We've got the Ace of Swords in the bottom right-hand corner. It feels like somebody here is either a journaler, somebody who journals on a regular basis. You might be journaling about your feelings. I feel like somebody wants to have a conversation about what happens next. What direction are we taking this in? It could be something to do with romance. She is holding a rose, but it could be something a little more concrete or reasonable than that, than emotions, I would say, because the book is like logic and reason. It feels like, somebody here is probably trying to make a decision about what direction to move this in based on the past. We've got the woman looking into the past. Now, you could be someone in a woman's body, but whether you're feminine or masculine leaning is completely up to you. Somebody is in the labyrinth. Very interesting. Because it feels like somebody here the whole purpose of being here is to get to the center, is to get to this place of happiness. There's doves over the head. The person's wearing a red dress, which indicates love. We could be talking about love or something that you really love. But it feels like somebody has been on this road for a while. So I want to say that if you, Pisces, are someone who's been in a long-term relationship, you're like, does this end in engagement? Are we getting married? It feels like, what this feels like, huh? This feels like Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Because when Mercury is retrograde in Pisces, we're kind of coming to terms with things that we've been waiting out. When Mercury goes direct at the end of March on the 20th, we are going to become clearer about what we're going to do about those things. The things that we've been unclear about, that we've been wandering about, trying to figure out. It's like we go this way and I get the door slammed in my face. I go that way and I hit the wall. It feels like somebody here is trying to figure out what is going to happen next, or what direction should I go? Should I just leave this whole thing and stop wandering about in the labyrinth? Or should I just be straight up, right? Ace of Swords is clarity. I'm just going to say it with my whole chest. Am I supposed to say, are we getting engaged or not? Somebody might be asking the question. Someone might be proposing marriage. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get the tarot. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Yeah, it feels like time's up, I'm going to say. And I feel like the universe is pushing you in a certain direction. We got 4 and 3, which is 7, and we got 2 and 5, which is 7. To me, 7s are about heaven. That's the universe looking in on you and saying, it's time for you to pick a direction. I feel like that's what's going on in this Mercury retrograde for you. And I heard through the grapevine that Mars just moved into your sign. So you're feeling an urgency to make some sort of decision, even if it means pulling everything to the ground. This is war and destruction. That's what Mars is, right? Not exactly feeling comfortable in Pisces. The soft, flowing sort of energy of looking forward to what might be. Nope, that's not Mars. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So I feel like I am talking to someone who's been in a job for a very long time. Now I need to pick a direction. Am I going to engage with my boss and say, look, what is my next step here? Have I hit the glass ceiling? Do I even bother engaging, or do I go in my own direction? It could be a long-term relationship that you've been in. Yeah, the 6 of Cups tells me you've known this person for a really long time. And it's time for us to put a label on it. It feels like somebody here does not want to put a label on it, or is sort of skirting the issue. And then we got the 2 of Cups. Ooh. Yeah. So, what direction are we going in? That's what's going on for you the rest of the month of March. I feel like for the rest of this retrograde here, and look, we're still going to be in the shadow phase going into the end of March. So we're still going to be, when March leaves, when March is done, we're still going to be in the shadow phase here. All right. We've got, well, you know what death is in the reverse for me? That's somebody's dancing around transformation. Somebody is like doing everything that they can to not make a permanent decision. The Knight of Pentacles is taking their time. Somebody here is taking their time, making a decision, because the 6 of Cups is giving me the energy, Pisces, if someone feels like, well, you're always going to be around. Like, I don't have to make this decision right now, because last year you gave me the ultimatum, and look, you're still here a year later. That's what this energy feels like here. 2s are always decisions. It feels like you're trying to make a decision about I'm hearing go your own way. You can go your own way, the song, right? That's what it feels like. You can go your own way. You can pick your own direction. Look, the compass is yours. You can pick your own direction. Pick a direction and go. You could either pursue this, or you can decide to not pursue this. But a decision is coming. Emotional decision is coming. I think this decision that you're making is going to be based on whether someone is giving you reciprocal energy. And this too this 2 of Cups doesn't necessarily mean love. It could be a friendship. It could be a best friend, somebody who's creating distance between you and them, someone who's not necessarily putting a label on the friendship. It feels like somebody is not like excluding you, but I don't think that they're really going out of their way to give you reciprocal energy in that either. It's somebody that you're close to, a bestie, or somebody that you've been dating, or somebody that you've been in a long-term relationship with, because the Knight of Pentacles is here, and it takes a long time for the Knight to get to where they're going. But with the Death card in the reverse, someone is unwilling to change. And I think that's what the biggest problem is here. Someone is unwilling to change the situation. And I feel like you've come to a point with the 7 of Swords where you're like, are you waiting me out? What are you doing here? There's something under the surface that I don't trust. It feels like you have come to a place in this particular job, relationship, friendship, whatever it is, that you just don't trust it anymore. Because somebody here who you have created a bond and deepened the bond with gives you time when they have time. You know what I mean? They give you time, effort, energy, money when they have time. It's not like you're a priority, because you're always going to be there, according to them. You're always going to be there. Last year you gave me this ultimatum, the talk. I always see the Ace of Swords as the talk. We already had the talk. Are we going to deepen our friendship? Are we going to deepen our bond, deepen our emotions, are we going to say the L word? Or am I going to head on my way? Because I feel like somebody here is avoiding something, avoiding change, avoiding transformation, avoiding putting a label on it. It feels like you're starting to not really trust the situation. Let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles. What is making them drag their heels? Because it feels like it feels like a summit meeting once a year. If you've been in a long-term relationship, like I'm talking like 5 years, maybe 6 years here, if you've been in this long-term relationship, or even 6 months, I mean, it feels like somebody here, or a year, feels like somebody here is, every year is like reassessing the situation, or every 6 months and saying, okay, well, what are we doing here exactly? And not getting an answer. Ooh, but you're going to get one this time, because you're not going to let it go. The Queen of Swords isn't going to let it go. The Queen of Swords is going to get the truth no matter what the truth is. The truth doesn't care if you like it. And it's likely that you won't. The Queen of Swords is not somebody who's a hit at parties, because they don't get satire. They're somebody who's straight up with the answers, the yes and the no answers. Somebody here is going to be liberating themselves from the world of the Emperor. Very interesting. Somebody here has been keeping this all to themselves. I really feel like someone is ready to give an ultimatum. That's what it looks like. Look, are we actually going to do things as besties? We said we were going to go on that trip, or that day trip, or we were going to do this thing together or that thing together. Are we actually going to do that thing? Because if not, I kind of am starting to feel like you really don't want me around. It feels like the Queen of Swords, I feel, is about to liberate themselves and take charge of the situation and just say, look, am I turning my back here? Am I just going to detach and disconnect? And are you even going to notice that I'm out of the room? Tell me what the Two of Cups is. I feel like you're getting ready to release something. Look, it might be because of this full moon that we just had. I'm just saying, this was a powerful full moon because it was also a lunar eclipse, right? And it feels like somebody here is ready to just not stop settling for something. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Ooh, the Devil's here. We've visited this before. Oh, look at that. We've got the Emperor and the Empress. So you know what the deal is here when it happens with the Emperor and the Empress is the Empress and the Emperor don't need each other. Look, I don't need this relationship. I don't need you. I'm already happy. I don't need you to be in my life to make me happy. I take care of my own finances. I don't need you to provide anything for me. I just simply want to be in your life as somebody who means something to you, somebody who can say, yeah, this person belongs to me. I want to put a ring on it, and I think we're going to get married. You want somebody to finally say it because there's an Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck there, right? In the bottom right-hand corner. So the Queen of Cups is here, and I feel like you are a person who offers a really deep connection. You're kind, you're compassionate, you're loving. You're a person who gives your all. You give the whole cup. You don't just give them a little bit of emotions in their cup. You give them the whole cup and you say, here's my cup. Just take care of it. So here's the thing. I feel, Pisces, that you don't really need this connection, but I feel like you want it. I feel like you really want to be in the Emperor's life. You want to be partners with the Emperor. Maybe you are the Emperor, Pisces. You could be the masculine leaning energy. The thing is the reason why I'm focused on the Empress is because the Empress is the one who is not chasing. The Empress is waiting. The Empress is attracting. And if the Empress can't attract this particular Emperor, then that Emperor is not the one for this Empress. And so I feel like there has been some doubt created about how deep this bond goes on the side of the Emperor, Pisces. Because somebody here is unwilling to change. And I mean, that checks out because the Emperor is the fixed signs, right? Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. And I feel like somebody here is very fixed in their energy and they don't like to be told that it's time to change or when it's time to change or should we change. They want to be the person who is saying, okay, well, it's time to change. Here's the thing that I think we should change. Somebody here feels like they're the person who is supposed to be the leader, but look, you're not exactly a slouch either. You can make decisions for yourself. So I feel like you think that they're hiding something because it feels like somebody is like pulled away their energy or maybe pulled back a little bit. It feels like the Seven of Swords is concealing something from you. And although I don't think it is a lie, I feel like somebody has backed away or is concealing how they feel about something or what they're thinking about something here because they think, well, Pisces is going to be around forever. Pisces has been by my side since the beginning of time. Pisces isn't going anywhere. All I got to do is give a little bit of emotional energy to Pisces, and Pisces will be good for another year. Feels like someone's taking you for granted. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here, your intuition, friend, is on point. You might have a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy about you, whether that's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter sign. I feel like you are feeling defensive, or you're feeling distance, or you're feeling like somebody is trying to hold you at bay. It's like you drive up to the house and they come out onto the lawn. Hey, how you doing? It's almost like they're hiding something inside. I'm just going to say, like, it feels like you've got to stand up for yourself and say, look, why am I feeling the Seven of Swords? Why is my intuition telling me that this really isn't going anywhere? Ooh, the Fool's here. There's your ultimatum, friend. Is this or is this not something that is going to be long-term for me? Because when I'm in, I'm all in. I feel like, Pisces, you're a person who commits with your whole chest. You're a person who gives the whole cup. I feel like you hold nothing back, but I also feel like you're happy enough with yourself and that you are like, you know what, I know my worth. I'm not going to chase you anywhere. And I also won't be told what to do. So if you want to be a partner and be partners here, we could have an Emperor and an Empress here who are, who are best friends. Or maybe this is a brother and sister. I don't know. But it feels like we're at this place where we have this commitment that we should talk about, because I'm not just going to follow you blindly, and I don't expect you to follow me blindly, but the moment of alchemy is going to show up, and something that's been under the surface is about to show on the surface. And the question is going to be, do we work on this any further than this or not? Are we happy or are we not? It does feel like, because we've got Pentacles here, we could be talking about a long-term job or something that it's almost like, it feels like somebody's taking you for granted. So whether that's an employer, whether you think you should engage with the employer, or whether this is about an actual engagement, like the next step of your life with somebody, it feels like somebody here is about to put up a boundary. Yep. It feels like somebody here, and I think it's the Empress. So you could have a Taurus or a Libra placement. You don't have to, of course. But I feel like somebody here is maybe you're Sagittarius, maybe you're Cancer, Virgo. It feels like here that somebody here is setting up a boundary. You've just hit the wall, friend. You've just hit the wall. Now you have to make a decision about what's going on next, and we need to have the talk. So we're going to go to the extended. If you're interested in being the extended, please look at the comment that is pinned above all of the comments. If you click on read more, you will see the link to the membership area, and the membership area is where all of these extendeds go. We also have specialty readings for the members there. So if you'd like to do that, please click on that link. If you're interested in a private read, please know I offer pre-records and live readings. Please take the link to Hypsee. You can look at all my packages, all my pricing, and also when I'm going to be online, you can pre-book those appointments with me, and you will get between 5 and 75% off when you book with me live. I'm going to go to the extended. If that's where you end up being, awesome. And if not, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Take care, Pisces. Thank you so much, and happy birthday, friends. Bye-bye.